What did you say about you gapping me?
So when I'm gapping you and it's recording, we'll be able to see your nice clean front bumper.
You see, there's lots of women who've never made love. Just like...
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Static Works. Today, we're gonna be installing some parts on my E46 finally, because if y'all didn't know, it was my birthday, so I wanted to treat myself to some more ECS tuning stuff, you know? Just got to. When I got the E46, I knew it did not come with a lot of power. It is the higher end model of the E46s besides the M3, but it only pushes about 225 to the crank, which isn't a lot. And it is a fun car, and it does handle really good because of BMW's 50/50 weight distribution. And I wanted to gear towards suspension and actually tracking the car. So one of the big suspension mods after coilovers was sway bars, and I decided to get the ECS Tuning sway bars to match up with their ECS Tuning coilovers, just because sticking with one brand of suspension, they normally are built to go together, so it's always good to do that. And we're going to show you guys how to install them, and we might save the review of them for another video, but we'll see how it goes. So let's get started. Before we unbox the boxes, we're going to be jacking up the car and putting it on jack stands, so we're able to do the front and the rear, and it'll make it a lot easier instead of just jacking up one or the other. When jacking up the car, make sure not to just use jacks. I know you've probably seen us do that a lot. It's an idiot move, and make sure you use jack stands on all four corners to make sure that it does not fall while you're under it.
You and your mistake. You and your mama. You and your mistake. I'll be so gentle with you, baby.
So this is the rear sway bar, which is 21 millimeter.
Gotcha, bro.
Got it?
Gotcha, bro.
Hey, speaking of knives, if someone wants to make us a static work knife, we'll appreciate it.
If someone wants to make a static work knife so we can unbox all the car parts,
We'll give you a shout out.
PO box down below.
Alright, so this looks like it's the rear.
This box is going to be containing the 27 millimeter sway bar. Obviously that's a lot bigger than the 21 millimeter, that's why it's in a bigger box. And we also ordered something else that's going to be in here. So let's cut it open. As you can see, this one is a lot bigger than the one that Martin unboxed, and it is powder coated red, so it is really good quality. This is a comparison between the 27 millimeter and the 21 millimeter, and I mean, it's not really that much of an upgrade. There are higher millimeter sizes that you can go to, but for daily use, this would probably be the best way to go to. So we did get a Schwaben torque wrench. It's a really good brand, and we decided to get a torque wrench because a lot of you guys do comment down below that we need to tighten things down to spec. So we're finally gonna be able to do that, especially since we're gonna be doing important parts like valve cover gaskets and stuff like that. And we did get a 3/8" drive just because we're not really gonna use a half inch. Half inch is for heavy duty applications, and we really don't need to torque it that much. And I believe this one goes all the way up to 80 foot-pounds. So that's gonna be plenty for us to be using. This kit also comes with bushings to be used with the sway bars, and it also comes with grease to put on the sway bars when you're inserting them into the bushings. I just got the right wheel off, and now Martin is loosening the rear wheel, depending on how you're looking at the car.
The rear wheel.
Rear wheel. Oh. Now that we have the two front wheels off, you're going to be able to see the ECS Tuning coilovers. If you go from here all the way down to the bottom, you can see that this end link is connected to the sway bar, and that's what Martin's going to be loosening with a 16 millimeter socket.
I'm just taking this nut off from the end link.
To give you guys a better view of what the sway bar actually is connected to, this is the end link that goes up to the coilover. And as you can see, the sway bar goes all the way to this coupling with the bushing, and it goes all the way to the other side of the car. You can see, remove the 2 nuts on this side. Martin's actually doing it on his side, so we can both pull it out together. You do want to have another person to hold it, unless you just wanted to fall on the floor, or it just can be supported by the steering rack, but I suggest just having another person to help you install it. Having the front sway bar side by side with the aftermarket ECS tuning and the OEM is smaller. I believe it's a 24 millimeter in diameter, and the ECS tuning is going to be a 27 millimeter, so therefore it's going to be thicker, which actually increases the stiffness of the car, and it's going to reduce body roll. So all in all, upgrading both the front and rear is going to give us better handling, especially when we hit it in the canyons.
We use one of the tubes of grease to lubricate the inside of the bushings on both of them. We got it on, and let's get started.
Now that we have the driver's side nuts on both ends, we're going to be tightening them down, and then we're going to have to adjust the end link. Now Martin's going to be tightening the end link to the sway bar with the 16 millimeter nut. We just finished the front sway bar. It took us about 5 minutes to install, and I'll show you guys how it looks from this angle. And you can see this, the 27 mil sway bar with the ECS coilovers. It does go good together. And now we're gonna put the passenger side wheel on and do the rear.
Are you done yet? I'm hungry.
You what?
I'm hungry. I'm overworked. I'm underpaid. We didn't even get paid.
Now that we have the rear wheel off, you can see my spring and strut from ECS, and you can see the stock sway bar right there. The only things you're gonna have to remove is gonna be that bolt right there.
There's a bolt here, and there's gonna be a bolt on the other side. There's 2 bolts up here and 2 down here, so you do have to get a ratchet up here and down here. The top one looks like it's the 17 millimeter, and the bottom is about a 13, I think. It's a lot of work, but it's gonna be well worth it. Ready?
To take it for a drive on the track, bro.
Dude.
So I decided to put safety glasses on because all the dust and dirt is getting in my eyes. So if you guys have safety glasses, put them on. Don't listen to Martin. He likes getting hurt.
You and your mama. You and your mistake.
Ah! Fuck.
We did finally get it off. Danny tried to look up a video, but the guy that replaced it, he just got new end links.
Because he was afraid.
He was afraid to do it.
What we did to get the end links off is when pulling the end link apart, it leaves a little gap, and what we did was spray WD-40 all around while we're pulling in each direction, and that should actually get the WD-40 inside, making it easier to come off because it's going to be lubricating the sway bar. If it isn't coming off, just spray more WD-40 on each side, not just the back or front, and then we can finally pop it right out. Always go in a back and forth or side to side motion because it is going to make it a lot easier to slide inside the new sway bar.
Oh hey.
Oh, what's up, Bruce?
Here you go, Daniel. Let you get this side.
Woo! What's up, Bruce?
Hey.
When are we going to mod your car? What are we getting next?
I don't know.
Shift knob.
You're putting pressure on me. That's
I'm sorry.
We put this in and got it over the exhaust here, and then made sure these clips were lined up on each side, and then got the arms here, and then made sure that they were just in this general area, and then once we got them both in this area, it just kind of lined up, and then now we just have to bolt bolt this on.
To spec, bro.
To spec,
Bro.
bro.
That was Bruce's first time speaking to the camera. Gotta get him used to it because he's gonna be part of the vlogs and he has to be talking when we're doing his car. And pretty much my car is like the guinea pig for all the E46 stuff, and then once we get to his car, just gonna fly by. Now that it's lowered, we take a look down here and you're barely able to see it, but that's okay because we really don't care on how it looks, we care about how it performs. And Martin's over here doing a little ad for Pierce Motorsports. You wanna show him? You wanna show him? So he did buy a suspension package and this is the first thing that came in. He has a lot more coming and we're actually gonna do a full video on installing suspension parts on his car that include a strut bars. And does it include sway bars or do you have to order that separate?
No, that's separate, that's something else.
So he's gonna have to order sway bars after too. So I took the car out for a drive and honestly, it is really good. I'm really impressed with the cornering and everything just feels tighter. Like there's literally no body roll on the turns that I've made. I do have to go to the canyons or take it to a twisty road to actually try it out, you know, full effect. But I am gonna be upgrading the strut bars from ECS and I have to get rear strut bars too. But right now I'm letting Bruce drive my car to show him what a 330i feels like. No, we're not sponsored by ECS Tuning, but if you guys want to sponsor us, ECS, message me, please. That's all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. There's a lot more coming. Sorry for the lack of uploads again. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you guys on the next one.